We are going to discuss being convex to time today. After showing you the power of convexity, I will show you how to use it in a healthcare example. For our example, I will introduce a sublime risk concept called moral hazard. I will show you how to defeat it by demoral hazarding and creating skin in the game for your healthy life. My name is Jeff Hulett. I'm a decision confidence builder. I'm a behavioral economist and have been in banking and financial services most of my career. I am also a faculty member at James Madison University, and I am a personal finance author. First, convexity is a critical concept for long-term life investment. While convexity is a math concept, I will show you how to focus on its intuitive power. Today, we focus on your health and your wealth as your quintessential long-term investments. I assume you would like to have a fat investment fund waiting for you when you retire. Also, I assume you want to live a long and healthy life, meaning you want to be so healthy to potentially live to triple digits. You want health allowing you to smile often, to be mostly pain-free, and to roll around on the ground with your great-grandchildren. By the way, the shape of this curve is the same as the curve for the time value of money we use in finance. In fact, health and wealth are literally two sides of the same coin. A convex function increases at an increasing rate if you make regular contributions and have invested in diversified financial portfolios. But first, before we get to convexity, we will show you its not so good mathematical cousin called concavity. Concavity is all about today. Concavity is also very alluring. It starts looking pretty good with some deceiving upward momentum, like on this graphic. Usually because we like consuming today and we are young enough that our health and wealth is not such a big deal yet. But over time, that momentum slows, usually because the investments of either health or wealth are not being made. It starts to catch up with us with cracks in our health and long-term wealth. Then, as we get into our 50s or 60s, the cracks become wide gulfs. We may feel more pain and our wealth is not growing. Unfortunately, at this point, the damage has been done. Sure, we can adjust, but there is so much more power if we had made those small investments when we were in our 20s. The worst side of concavity is volatility. We all know life is volatile, but concavity amplifies volatility to the downside. So an unplanned fall or some negative health event is magnified by our concave lifestyle. Now, let's explore concavity's superstar cousin, convexity. Admittedly, convexity starts slow. Convexity may be a little uncomfortable at first. By making the small health and wealth investments today, you're taking away from your ability to consume today. It is not a huge challenge, but it's annoying. Plus, let's face it, our society teaches us to spend now with easy money. But over time, our investments start to pay off. We are more likely to be healthy and our retirement account is growing. Notice in our 50s, our health is very positive for our age and our retirement account is growing quickly. The best part about convexity is that it protects us from downside volatility and exposes us to upside volatility benefit. The author, Nassim Nicholas Taleb, coined the term anti-fragile for this benefit. Being anti-fragile does not eliminate life's volatility. Being anti-fragile means you expose yourself to volatility benefits going up and protect yourself from the volatility downside. So that is the basic idea and can be applied to so many important aspects of our life. Now, let's work through a healthcare example. For this example, we'll be discussing two different medical insurance plans. A low deductible plan that gives you instant, no out-of-pocket cost access to almost any doctor to help you stay productive at work. This access and convenience comes at a cost. It does have higher premiums. On the other hand, please consider a high deductible plan. This means you pay out of pocket when you get mildly sick or have a small accident. The policy does cover your big expenses and protects you from the big risks if you have a major accident or a major medical challenge. But this plan also has much lower premiums. Which one of these plans is more convex for you? It turns out the high deductible plan is, even if your employer offsets the higher premium as a benefit. Now, let me show you why. We start with an important risk concept with a really strange name called moral hazard. This concept is used by insurers for the truism, the behavioral truism that a low deductible policy encourages people to behave in a way that increases the risk of that being insured. I'll let that settle in. Again, a low deductible policy encourages people to behave in a way that increases the risk of that being insured. That deserves an example. Think about it. If you rent a car with full insurance and no deductible, you are much more likely to treat the car poorly, rag it out, or drive more dangerously. Why? Because you know if anything happens, the rental car company will just come and pick it up with no expense to you. You don't have skin in the game. Healthcare is the same way. If you do not have skin in the game, you are less likely to take the extra steps to have the healthy behaviors today to take care of yourself. Higher out-of-pocket costs cause you to be more vigilant. Behavioral economists call a high deductible plan a commitment device because the higher payments cause you to commit to your health to prevent smaller losses. Back to our insurance example, the high deductible policy has lower moral hazard. You're more likely to take care of yourself to prevent an out-of-pocket loss. All the while, you feel secure in the knowledge that your risk of ruin is covered at the high end. I call this demoral hazarding. It is taking ownership for your healthy behavior with smart commitment devices. Also, with lower premiums, you're able to save more. The lower deductible premiums are so much higher because the insurance company knows you'll be less healthy. Think of the difference between the premium as savings you can put toward your convex retirement. This is the ultimate win-win. A high deductible policy gives you an incentive to be healthy and over the long term, and it helps you to save more money today for more wealth to use with your healthy older self. Yay! Finally, a word about getting insurance as a work benefit. Almost all other countries in the world do not support health insurance as a company benefit. Most countries provide means to get insurance directly without being tied to a company. In many ways, tying insurance to a company is like handcuffs, which make it much more challenging to change companies because of the fear of losing medical insurance. In fact, the reason why pensions change to 401ks is to make retirement savings portable. Hopefully, someday the U.S. will both catch up with the rest of the world and the U.S. retirement savings defined contribution approach will be better for our health care. But until then, you can still get the benefit of a high deductible policy, whether directly or via your employer. You've got this.